Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And to Ms. Guzman, thank you for being willing to be considered for this nomination at this critical time. I think everyone has pointed out the importance of the Small Business Administration in helping our small businesses get through this emergency that we're experiencing because of COVID. And I very much appreciate all of the hard work that those at SBA did after the passage of our bills last year to help small businesses. But I would like to begin with agreeing with Senator Cardin that one of the biggest challenges we had was trying to get information from SBA about how the PPP program and the EIDL programs were working. And it's not clear to me if the challenge is that there are not systems in place to provide that data, or everyone was so overworked that they weren't able to get it for us. But I hope you will commit today to, I heard you say you will talk to the staff and make sure that they produce whatever reports are requested by the committee. I hope you will also agree to come before us and to ensure that any staff that's requested come before us as well to discuss concerns that we might have.
Thank you. Yes, no, I do appreciate that this collaboration with the committee is very important, and so I would completely respect that and work hard to do that.
Great, thank you. One of the programs that was created in the most recent COVID bill back in December was a new program to help with live entertainment venues. They have been particularly hard hit in New Hampshire and across the country because most of them don't have a large number of full-time employees. They have part-time employees, and so that the PPP dollars, as you know, didn't work quite the same way for those venues. And under the program, SBA is authorized to make up to $15 billion in grants, but we still have not seen any of the guidance from SBA on how those grants will be made available, and we're hearing a great deal of concern from small businesses in New Hampshire who are interested in applying and are really getting desperate. So can you talk about how you might get this program up and running as soon as possible?
Thank you, Senator. If confirmed, my priority will be on, number one priority will be on ensuring that COVID relief is implemented efficiently, quickly, as well as equitably, and including the shuttered venues grants. And so this would be, one of the day one priorities is to understand where they're at with this process and make sure that this is implemented as quickly as possible.
Great, thank you. We had the opportunity to talk a couple of weeks ago, which I very much appreciated. And one of the things we talked about was the STEP program to help states with small businesses with exporting their goods. And it is legislation that I care a lot about because I helped to introduce it and see it get passed. And when it's working well, it's very effective. But as you may be aware, the GAO identified several outstanding issues with the STEP program that I would just call to your attention. First, that a significant portion of funding has been returned to SBA because administrative requirements are too burdensome. And that is what I hear on a regular basis, that there is not enough flexibility in the program. The paperwork that's required is very difficult for, as you know, for many of these small businesses. They don't have somebody who can fill out burdensome administrative requirements, and so it's been really challenging, and there's a whole list of concerns that GAO expresses. Inconsistent program guidance. Our small businesses hear from other businesses in other states that they've been allowed to do things that our folks in New Hampshire are being told they're not allowed to do under the grants, lack of flexibility, just a whole range of things. So can you talk about what you might be able to do as administrator to help address some of those long-time problems within the STEP program?
Thank you, Senator. Yes, for twofold, I'm both familiar from my work at the SBA with the STEP program. I did implement programs and priorities on behalf of the administrator operationalizing the vision, and STEP was one of those that I worked extensively on. So I do understand some of those challenges. In addition, as a recipient in California, we administer the program, and I've heard directly from small businesses who have had challenges. So I would use those two past experiences to really dive in and try to ensure that we implement that program as efficiently as possible. And across all the board, across all these programs, it would be simplification, understanding the experience of small business.
Well, so given your insights, why has it been such a problem with this program?
I understand that there were lots of programmatic issues when they first established it, and in terms of making really strong controls and measures, and so balancing that with efficiently and effectively getting the program out is, I think, the challenge. And so I'd need to dive back in and understand where they're at with some of those changes to see if there's ways to simplify the program.
I appreciate that very much. My recollection is that this legislation was passed in 2010. So after 10 years, it seems like these problems should have been worked out. So we will stay in touch, and I can assure you I will continue to ask questions to see how we can make progress and stand ready to help you with that. Thank you.
Thank you.